Yan, medyo naabutan natin ng Eat Bulaga time, ha? Although medyo lampas na, I think siguro mga dapat 1 to 2 p.m. yun pag Eat Bulaga time. Di ba? Pero medyo naabutan natin, so I thought, let's do a little bit more of discussions here today, no? Maganda yan, masaya yan. Medyo mahaba yung gabi natin, kala yata ng iba, medyo tayo. Oh, 'di ba? Na-reshare natin ulit yung hindi nga siyang survey. Ano ba? Ang survey po ay base sa random sampling, representative samples. May proseso po 'yan. Ang online na ganyan, parang prank lang 'yan eh. But anyways, that was fun. Kaya rin na-reshare natin ulit. Ba't tayo mag-delete? Fun nga eh, 'di ba? Lalo kita mo talaga yung di ba? Marami kang data makukuha dyan. Maganda yan. I like it. It's very, very interesting. Babalikan natin yan. So yan, chill lang muna tayo dyan. NBA, anong meron sa NBA? O nga, no? Actually, maganda sana pag-usapan yung UFC eh. Kasi this weekend si Vettori ba tsaka si Costa dun sa middleweight. Yeah, yan, pag-usapan natin yan siguro later on, no? Pero maging mas masaya later sa UFC. Pero yun, hindi nga siya survey eh. At masaya siya, honestly. Tapos, biglang kagabi may press release na agad, ready na, share. But yun nga, let's be very clear. Unang-una, karamihan ng mga online surveys na yan ay mga ek-ek. Yung survey talaga, yung tipong tinatanong ganito, which is not the case that we have, no? You may be able to do online surveys, but the margin of error at saka yung concerns dun sa random sampling or sampling errors ay medyo malaki-laki. No? Kaya generally, ang kailangan mo talaga is yung scientific surveys na ginagawa ng mga different agencies, no? Kasi may siyensya yan, hindi naman basta-basta yan. Kukuha ka ng representative sample. So if I'm gonna give you a idea, kunyari, kung gusto mong malaman itong cake, parang caramel vanilla cake, hindi mo naman kailangang kainin yung buong cake eh. Ang tawag dyan, census. Kung kukunin mo yung opinion ng lahat ukol sa isang issue, di mag-census ka na, di ba? Doon mo malaman yung population ng isang bansa or isang komunidad. Pero dito sa surveys, representative sample ang kukunin mo, no? So, kunyari, itong cake mo, dito vanilla, dito caramel, dito strawberry, kunin mo isang slice na andun yung caramel, strawberry. Di ba yung mga nag-food critic? Pansin nyo, yung mga food critic, hindi nila kinakain yung buong food. Kukuha lang sila yung isang part ng food na nag-represent nung flavors ng buong food at saka yung skill ng cooking niya and all. Medyo similar doon yung konsepto ng representative sample. So, tawag representative sample ang gagamitin mo. Paano naman tayo magre-representative sample dyan? Siyempre, yung followers ko, di ba? Hindi naman representative necessary pa yung followers ko. Of course, I'm glad that my followers are diverse. Meron naman tayong followers from many sides. But aminin naman natin, sa social media, it's very hard to ensure na talagang meron kang very representative sample. Kaya nga, but at the same time, of course, hindi ibig sabihin punta ka sa buong bansa, mag-survey ka. Kuha ka ng samples, representative sample from different demographics in proportions that are actually consistent doon sa real distribution ng mga proportions na yan. So may siyensya po yan. Kaya natatawa ako, no? Survey. Lang. Kasi yung isa nag-post yung heart, yung isa tapos like, okay, gawa tayo yan. Baliktaran natin, tingnan natin dyan. Tapos, pag heart kasi kailangan pang press, tapos ganun, tapos like, anyways. Tapos kagabi pa, tinitroll pa ako na hindi lumalabas yung mga pangalan, yung mga nag-like. Hello, tapos pinas ko, yung mga heart din, hindi lumalabas. May problema rin yung ating Facebook, niloloko tayo. Pero anyways, grabe naman kayo. We're having fun. Because to be honest, masaya na nakikita kong excited ng tao. Kahit yung talong side daw, 40,000 yung heart. Saan ka makahanap ng 40,000 hearts sa isang post? Sige. Hindi yung hindi yung mga TikTok ganon. Yung talaga sa Facebook, maghanap ka ng post na 40,000 ng hearts. Yun lang sabihin mo sa akin. Pag nakahanap, pakita mo sa akin. And then political pa. So let's see. So I can take likes and hearts any day, no problem about it. And di ba, fair naman tayo. Wala naman tayong mga emoji na angry or whatever. Very fair naman tayo. So yun lang. Kaya hindi ko nagigets yung iba parang tuwan-tuwa sila sa sarili na, huwag mo i-delete yan. Hello, shinare ko nga ulit. Share natin yan. So yun, so pagdating sa surveys, May siyensya po yan. Representative sample, tapos random sampling. Kung mag-sample ka lang dun sa barangay na pro ganyan, syempre, ang lalabas ganito. Yung mga kalye-kalye survey, kalokohan yung mga iba dyan. Pupunta ka lang dun sa area na alam mo yung magiging sagot or yung stronghold ni ganito. Syempre, ganyan, mag-kalye survey ka sa Davao. Obviously, alam mo sino mananalo. Mag-kalye survey ka sa Ilocos Norte, alam mo sino mananalo. Mag-kalye survey ka sa Tondo. Tignan natin sino mananalo dyan. Malamang mag-kalye survey ka sa Bicol, sa Camsur. Diba? Kaya, dapat random sampling. Representative sample at random sampling. Mahalaga yung mga bagay na yan. Kaya yung mga kalye survey, Diyos ko naman, mag-stat naman kayo ng konti sa school. Yung yung basic stat lang. Para naman, huwag tayo dito. So anyways, proud na proud po sila yung survey daw ni Darian. Ganun. Nag-post lang ako ng yung ganun. Meron pa tayo na may mga parating pa. Pero sabi ko, huwag ko naman sobrahan. Patikim-tikim lang, diba? Konti-konti tayo release ng yan. Tapos kasi mahirap kasi maraming candidates. Tapos yung iba, emoji na lang nila yung Gets yun naman siguro, sinong emoji na ha or mga ganun. Siguro, if ever, no? Wag naman tayo ganun. Uy, palusot, excuse me. Hey, we had fun, man. Let's continue to have fun. I mean, ako naman kasi bakit tayo ganun? Ba't ganyan yung mentality natin? Talo sila, panalo sila. Ba't tayo ganyan zero-sum? At the end of the day, of course, iba all of us wanna have, good vibes. You wanna be excited about change. Di tayo agree sa siguro isang mga ibang issues. Di kayo agree sa mga candidates. But of course, we wanna create excitement. Di ba? Your Englishing is out. Ano English? Nagtatagalog na ako. Ano tipagbagang mapsat? Tagalog ako data. Mabalin nga aga. Anyways. Pero iba, di ba? 130,000 lang followers mo. Tapos, mag-250,000 lampas na. Mag-500,000 siguro yan ng emoji reactions. Iba. Di ba? Proud tayo dyan. But anyways, okay. Now, let's get serious. Well, I mean, one of the things that well, di ba? Political scientist tayo. So, I really look at the data also. One of the things you notice is that yung sa daming likes na nakuha nung na yan. I mean, marami naman. I mean, hey, they're sincere, genuine supporters of Bongbong Marcos. Let's just be absolutely clear about this, no? So, wag naman tayo dismissive na, lahat yan, ganyan. But, nakita ko rin dyan yung combined forces ng Dutertes and Marcos side. So, hindi lang mga pro-Marcos, mga Duterte vloggers, pro-Duterte vloggers ay involved dyan. Tinatag na nga ako, kitang-kita ko, diba? So, nag-combined force sila. So, makikita mo combined force ng Duterte and Marcos should not be, underestimated, diba? Seryosong bagay yan, So, yun. I think that was one thing that got in mind. Which brings me to this important issue. Kasi, yun nga, malapit na yung substitution time, diba? Next month, November. Although, yun nga, pag titignan mo naman yung batas, yung resolution ng COMELEC 2018, I think September 2018, yung substitution ay pwede mag-extend pa lampas ng November 15, may mga ibang regulations. And there could be more resolutions and all about that. We can discuss that, no? I did an explainer, I think, with Stand for Truth sa GMA. So, I think, pwede nyo hanapin dyan. May explainer kami dyan sa substitution issue. Now, let me say this. One tandem na hindi masyadong pinag-usapan, which could be really grabe, diba? Malakas na tandem, is yung minention din ni Bongbong Marcos the other day. Ang sinabi niya, if I'm not mistaken, parang kinoconsider pang Vice President, si President Duterte, if I'm not mistaken, double check ko yan. Pero interesting yan, kasi kung si Bongbong Marcos yung presidential candidate, and then si Tatay Digong, ang vice presidential candidate, tapos mag-joint Senate slate sila, lakas yan. Kasi parating pinag-usapan ngayon si Sara, di ba? But President Duterte can do substitution. He can substitute Bongo, he can substitute someone else as vice president. And it's possible that Sarah will not run. So I think that's one tandem we're not talking about. The tandem that was also like the dream tandem of certain camp, no? Which was VP si Bongbong talaga ni Duterte noong 2016, hindi si Cayetano. Parang yun yung isang camp, di ba? Similar dun sa nangyari before na parang may Noy-B. So may Mar-Noy. Pero parang sinasabi na yung totoong tandem talaga si Binay, di ba? So, yun. That's an interesting, I think, angle na hindi masyadong napag-usapan. No? Although, personally, no? Um, parang dumami talaga mga trolls ko. Ne, joke lang. Wag, trolling doesn't mean na yung troll farm lang. Trolling means yung nagharas ka, nagmumura ka, nagyayabang ka, nag below the belt ka. Paki-check niyo yan sa dictionary, trolling, no? So, hindi naman isip pag troll ay hindi ka totoong tao, bot ka lang, di ba? I mean, meron naman talagang ganun, katotohanan yan, ang daming reports. But trolling also means yung nangangasar ka, naghanap ka ng kaaway. Guys, good vibes tayo. Life is hard. Ano ka ba? May pandemic, daming naghihirap dyan. Tapos mag-away-away lang tayo dito ng ano lang. Huwag tayo dyan. Huwag naman tayo ganyan. Ayan, may cousin tayo dyan. Cousin Pao. Kamusta kayo dyan sa Baguio? Yes. Yan, mga kapsat. Yan. Gawidak. Madamdamahan nga data. Yon. So, yun lang sinasabi ko. So, balikan natin yung issue na yan. Yung issue ng possibility na actually, President Duterte can also run for Vice President as a substitute candidate together with Bongbong Marcos. So, mag-combine forces sila. Malakas yan. Alam ko, maraming mga Lenny supporters and Isko so gusto nila tumakbo si Sara at alam niyo bakit, di ba? But she might actually not really run, di ba? And President Duterte could be the Vice Presidential candidate. Although, sinabi ko naman a few months ago on Twitter, why not mag-mayor na lang ulit si Pangulong Duterte and then Sara runs for Vice President? That's also an option if they want to work it with Marcos. So, ang daming permutations na mangyari dito. And by the way, hindi lang PDP laban, hukbong ang titignan dapat natin, pati lakas, no? Lakas party, no? Tsaka yung mga sila Arroyo and all. So, yun din, yung side na yun, titignan din natin. So, maraming mga moving parts dyan. Okay. Actually, I wanted to transition to discuss Isko and Lenny and some of these issues, pero parang medyo napag-usapan natin na marami in the previous FPL Live. So I'll wait a little bit and then maybe pwede natin pag-usapan later on ulit. Pero yun lang, shout out dyan. Maria, yan, kamusta po kayo dyan? Ayan na, emoji ng trolls. Uy, may mga heart naman, hindi lang puro mga, ayan, may mga angry, ay, alam na. Screenshot natin, sige, mga angry sa atin. Wow. Ayan na. Ayan, saan na yung mga mababait kong friends? Saan yung mga mababait natin followers? Saan na po kayo dyan? Ayan, mga mabait. Ay. Uy, nakita niyo yung commercial ba yan? Yung parang advertisement ni Lenny? Yung parang rosas, something like that. Yung naka-pink siya and all. Tapos yung parang feel good siya, gano'n. Parang parang may pagka-commercial ng toothbrush, fresh, parang may ganun yung dating eh. Panoorin yan. Okay, nakita ko kanina. Nakita ko kanina sa Twitter. Okay naman, interesting. Tignan din natin kay Bongbong, yung mga iba. Si Bato, siguro kung si Bato may political advertisement, magandang panoorin yan. Kamusta po kay John June? Ayan. Tulog pa yung mga kaibigan natin from... yung palang problema pag maaga ako. Tulog yung mga ibang friends natin from Qatar, United Arab Emirates, from Ibiza, España, our other cousin, our friends from Canada, Calgary, Vancouver, our friends from Estados Unidos, Mexicanos, Latinos, right? Yung mga ganon. Ayan. Yan from Mindoro. Yan, gusto ko yan ganon para makita naman ng tao. Tayo. Parang yung podcast natin, di ba? Project Pilipinas, di ba? All around. Would you think, hindi ko pag-usapan yan. Basta ayan, from Bicol. Yan, mga yan. Yes. Shoutout po from Hong Kong. Yes. Siu Hisu. Is that correct? Did I put it correct? Ni hao ma. Xie. Thank you for dropping by. Ano masabi mo, Chart, sa mga senators ngayon sa lalaban? Alam mo, actually, ang weird para sa akin, but parang ang daming incomplete na Senate slate. Parang yung pinaka-complete kay Lenny Robredo. Yung pinagtatawanan, ni-underestimate, yung pinaka-complete, I think almost 12 na, di ba? Si Neri na lang hinintay. Pero parang sila Neri yata makabayan block, si Pacquiao na i-endorse nila. So, pag-usapan natin si Pacquiao. Kasi more interesting game plan ni Pacquiao, ha? I think game plan ni Pacquiao, masa-masa talagang gusto niya i-approach, eh. Hoy, kamusta dyan mga friends natin from United Arab Emirates? Yun. Morning. Holiday kasi sa Middle East, sir, kaya tulog pa. Ayun. Holiday pa. Okay, sige po. Kasi, di ba Fridays yung may Hong Kong na naman tayo, friends. Yan na. So, going back. Ayan, QC. Quezon City! Yan, my friends tayo from the Holy Land. From Dipolog. Andun po tayo last year, Dipolog. Nag-event po tayo dyan sa Dipolog. Very good times po. Good times ko. Yes. Laguna. Bohol. Yan. Wala bang Siargao? Bukidnon, ay magandang place yan. Alam mo yung Bukidnon, di ba? Diyan din yata galing si Secretary Lorenzana, kaibigan natin yan. I think Bukidnon nang galing. Nakita ko yung pictures ng Bukidnon, napakaganda talagang. Yung nature, grabe, ganda talaga eh. Very pristine, di ba? Yung English term eh, pristine talaga. No? So, good day po. Friends from Cebu, nice place, beautiful place. Antipolo, po Jordan. Amman po kaya sa Amman? Amman, Jordan. Yan, Cagayan. Yan, gumigising na yung mga friends natin from Gitnang Silangan. Yes, wala pa yung mga European friends natin dyan. Wala pa yung mga friends natin dyan from the Americas. Yung mga down under, Madrid. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás, compadrino? Yan, meron tayong mga Madrid. Madrid. Kasi kung Madrid, iba yung accent nila eh. May may ganun, may the sila eh. Iba sila mag-Espanyol dun sa mga taga-Catalonia or iba. Wow, Luxembourg sa siya. We were there a few years ago. I dropped by dun sa place ng Prime Minister. Social talaga na Luxembourg, ibang klase. Naki-ride lang papunta dun. Di natin ma-afford pumunta sa Luxembourg. Very expensive. Naki-ride lang, kape-kape, balik sa Brussels. Right? But this was for serious stuff I was doing back in Brussels. Medyo mini diplomacy on our own with the EU, European Union. Yan, mga pro Bongbong Marcos, Negros Occidental, Manda, yes, marami tayong friends dyan. Okay, ayan na. Alam mo, honestly, kulang ng tulog ko kanina kasi may mga briefings and analysis pa ako kanina umaga. Late na ako natulog, tignan niyo yung page ko. Yung page ko, hanggang 4 a.m. yata, sabi ko, hello po, gising po kayo dyan. Gusto pa magpa-Facebook Alive yata yung mga iba dyan ng 3 a.m. eh. So, yun. Ayan. So, yun. Going back to Pacquiao. Ayan, biglang nagano ulit. Kulang ng kape. Wala na, oh. Going back. Wala, malamig na. Going back to Pacquiao. Ay, okay pa to. Going back to Pacquiao. I think strategy ni Senator Pacquiao is really don't masang-masa talaga. At di ba yung Makabayan, yun yung may grassroots-based support, maybe 1 to 2 or 3 million, depending, or even more. So I think yun talaga yung strategy ni Pacquiao eh. You know, I wouldn't be surprised Pacquiao gets between 6 to 10 million votes at least in the coming elections. At kung hindi tatakbo si Sara and, well, Poe is not running anymore. So kung hindi tatakbo si Sara, ang dami makukuha ang votes actually si Pacquiao din potentially dyan lalo sa Mindanao. So, ito yung actually mga permutations na nakita ko. If Sara doesn't run and then endorses Bongbong, Bongbong will have solid north which extends beyond Ilocos region and Cordilleras, potentially all the way to Balance Luzon and NCR. Not naman 50% plus, but at probably 20-30% at least. And then, malakas din siya sa Mindanao, probably can go 20-30% at least there. Pero Visayas, baka medyo mahirapan si Bongbong sa Visayas, which is quite ironic kasi Romualdez din siya, di ba? But yun yung nakita natin trendline. Medyo mahina sa Visayas si Bongbong. Very strong sa Luzon. Strong sa ABC. Number 2 lang siya kay Isko. Number 1 siya sa Balance Luzon. Of course, Ilocos, northern regions. Medyo mahina sa Visayas. So, is there a path for Bongbong to be president by getting solid north and solid south, but not Visayas? That's one thing we're looking at. With Isko, it's very interesting. So, Isko is very strong. Also, sa Balance Luzon and NCR, but, and he's going strong also in Visayas, right? Medyo magandang numbers ni Isko. Nag-pick up siya ng numbers over the past 2 quarters. But, mahina talaga siya sa Mindanao. So, he went from, I think, 1% early this year to 5% and now down to 3%. So, is the Isko map win the presidency by getting the north and center, but not necessarily the south? So, Mindanao less victory. I don't know. I mean, I think the reason why, I mean, it was because, you know, there's Samira Gotok dun sa Senate slate ni Isko. So, I think there's a possibility to reach out at least to Maranao votes, some of the Muslim votes, etc. I think Isko can improve his numbers to 5, 8% or 10% even, no? Especially if Sara withdraws at medyo may scramble na for Mindanao votes. So that's one interesting thing. Pero I think malakas potentially si Isko sa Visayas and Luzon, but Mindanao will struggle, but he might still just get good enough, no? And then kay Pacquiao, mukhang he's not banking much on ABC vote. He's banking much and Luzon vote, he's not banking much. But I think Pacquiao's strategy naman is focus on Mindanao and Visayas, and then E-vote, consolidate E-vote, get 30-40%, and then sa D-vote, try to shave off some from others and consolidate. So I think Pacquiao can go between 6 to 10 million votes also like that, no? And then, ayan naman yung mga cousin natin, mga pasaway, mga pasaway, mga pasaway. Tapos, Lenny stronger sa E, interestingly. Not so good in ABC. Even though ang dami ng support sa social media, sa Twitter especially. She's good in Visayas. Okay lang sa Mindanao. But Luzon talaga, tsaka solid North, balance Luzon. Lenny medyo kapos. So that's where she has to focus on and work on that, no? So ganito. So, yun yung mga interesting mga electoral map permutations na parang nakikita natin dito. But of course, the situation can change. Pero yun lang masabi natin dyan. Grabe, mag-comment yung iba. May tanong ba kayo dyan? Bago tayo umalis, mag-siesta na lang ako. Medyo windang na ako, sorry. Kailangan ko pong work mamaya. But sabi ko kaysa mag-siesta, mag-ano tayo dyan. Eat Bulaga Talk. No? Kaya vote pa kayo dyan. Nag-reshare ulit ako ng survey. Round 2 tayo. Maganda yan. Go lang tayo dyan. Gawin natin 500,000 emojis yan. No? I think naka 3 million reach na siya. So push pa. Go tayo. Sige. Tingnan natin. I mean, this is a good experiment. No? And then later on, may mga ibang versions din tayong gagawin. Hey, I'm not trolling her. This is an experiment. This is an interesting stuff is happening. And organizing more organized side wins. As simple as that. But of course, what matters at the end of the day is the votes. And people are registered vote. Real people voting, right? That's what matters, of course. The most come later on. At yun, hindi survey yung ginawa po natin. May proper definition ng surveys. At huwag kayong maniwala sa mga online surveys. Ayan, galitan naman yung mga iba dyan. Wow, Palo Alto, California! Our friends! Yeah, visit tayo dyan ulit sa Stanford. I'm usually there around early February, mga ganon. Yeah, so hopefully makabalik ako dyan sa Palo Alto. Dalhin niyo ako dyan sa Google, Facebook. Ano bang mga new name ng Facebook? Metaverse? Punta tayo dyan kay Mark Zuckerberg. Yan. So, yan. Kamusta dyan, friends, sa Palo Alto, California. Ping Lacson. Honestly, I need to do more research on this. I'm sorry to say this. I mean, to be fair talaga, because I've done a lot of research on a lot of candidates. Medyo kapos pa ako kay Lacson. I need to do more research on Senator Lacson's campaign. Medyo kulang pa ako ng information. Parang mas alam pa natin yung kay Tito Soto. Pero yung slate din nila, marami silang guest candidate or something like that. So let's see. Sa Senate, interestingly, mukhang Tulfo na to eh. Mukhang Tulfo ang magtatap. Kamusta po kayo dyan from Cagayan de Oro? Dumaan po tayo dyan the other year on the way to Marawi. Friends from Guangzhou, China. Beautiful place, Guangzhou, of course, Guangzhou. Di ba may Guangzhou Tower kay Canton Tower yan, di ba? Yung sa Guangzhou, ang ganda nun. Ganda ng Guangzhou. Ang gusto ko talaga, Chengdu. Para pupunta ako sa mga panda. Yan, gusto ko yung mga panda eh. Yan, so, yeah, okay, maniwala sa mga online service na hindi naman representative samples yan, hindi naman the proper scientific yan. Anyways, shout out naman dyan, Monch. Is that correct, Monch? Okay. Saan tayo? Wait lang. Yan, yung Tulfo. Malakas talaga si Tulfo. Kaya sabi ni Tulfo, dali niya yung Tulfo Justice dyan sa Senate. Kaya, it's possible next year. I mean, I look forward to this possibility. I'm not saying I'm endorsing it, but but I'll be excited with the possibility na meron kang Tulfo Cheljok sa Senate. Interesting yan. Interesting contrast yan. Iba yung approach talaga nilang dalawa. Pero for sure, pag may mga farmali, ibang klase yung maging conversation and discussions dyan. Kaya yun, yan talagang gusto kong makita dyan eh. May Cheljok na ka, may Tulfo ka, yun. Yan ang Senate na interesting, no? Again, I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying, it's very possible na yan ang mangyari. I mean, si Tulfo almost sure na yan, di ba? And Chel was, I'm sure that he'll improve on his numbers from the last time. At saka napakagaling yung social media strategy nila, Chel Jokno. I think Chel Jokno is the future of liberalism in the Philippines. Siya yung parang Bernie Sanders ng Pilipinas. Uy, wala na yung Cambridge Analytica, pinalitan yata nila yung name nila Tapos meron pa yata Oxford Analytica or something like that. Hindi, wala naman. Pero yung Cambridge Analytica. Actually, meron na akong friend, Cambridge siya nag-graduate. Ngayon, he's teaching in Harvard and in Massachusetts. Nag-abutan kami nung the other 2-3 years ago when nag-talk ako sa Harvard Law School on populism and all. Parang sinasabi na sa akin, katabi lang niya, nung nag-PhD siya ng sociology, parang katabi lang niya, katay niya yung department kung saan yung mga Cambridge Analytica people ay ginagawa nila yung mga ek-ek nila. No? But anyways, that's a different conversation. Let's not go there. Grabe, ang daming punch, ang daming shout out yung iba dyan. Once lang, ang dami pa natin friends. Oh, watching from Genève, Switzerland. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Merci for coming over. Sorry, are you in the French area of Switzerland? Genève, right? Is in the French area, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's the German also area and then the Italian cantons also in Switzerland, right? Okay, all right. Hi, Chad. Yeah, Genève. Yes, Migs. Right? French, right? Le français? Okay. Not a big fan of trial by publicity. Yes, okay. Ralph, let me be very clear about that, no? We're not for circus here. What I'm saying here, actually, maybe I'm being naive here, but a part of me is hoping na Tulfo being in Senate at pagsabihan siya ng mga iba na huwag siya mag all over the place. At so you might get a good combination of Tulfo energy and determination, but with a little bit more Senate procedures. Maybe interesting kind of combination. I'm not endorsing vigilante style of kind of attacking injustice and everything like that. My friends in Thai from Sweden. Great place. Sweden is a great place. My cousin tayo dyan, not far away in Norway. Sweden, yeah, si King Charles yung favorite ko Yung umatake sa Russia, na tinalo siya sa Battle of Poltava ba yan? Or sa Ukraine ni Peter the Great. Anyways, let's not go there. Okay, yeah. Shoutout naman dyan. Sige po, Ceci. What can you say about senator candidates with multiple... Alam mo, si Villanueva yata nag-start yun nung last time, di ba? Or something like that, yung si Joel. Na parang three guest candidates siya sa tatong slate. So parang nakikislide siya sa isa. I think kay Po, Mar, mga ganun, all of them. So, ganyan tayo Wala tayong totoong political parties. Tapos kulang-kulang pa yung slate. Tapos 8 derecho, hindi naman kompletong 12 kasi ayaw nila isama si Po, ayaw nila isama si Neri. Ayaw rin naman yata nung isa. Wala talagang mangyari. Kasi kung yung 8 derecho, sumama kay Po, sumama kay Neri, sumama kay Calyodi. I think si Calyodi was running for president now. Calyodi was he running for Senate or something? But basta mga ganun, like you could have completed the slate na 12. But watak yung opposition Meron kang left, far left, center left, kunyaring left, pa left. So yun. Yan ang problema po natin dyan. Yeah. Yan, ayaw daw sa lahi mad na nakaw. Oh, may mga nagsasabi dyan. Ay, Romel next level mo dyan Oh, guys, wag naman kayo mean. Don't use certain words na gano'n. Wag tayo magmurahan dito. Wag tayo mean, okay? Uy, may mga kunyaring angry emoji dyan. Yes, kunyari gusto niya ako ibulin dito, no? Rastaman? BBM. Uy, wala na kayo tanong. Maya, alis na ako kung may tanong pa kayo dyan. May tanong pa kayo dyan? Ayan na yung mga supporters ni Lenny. Supporters ni BBM. Federalism. Okay, sige. Yung federalism na may PH sa una, hindi F. No, ako lang ganito. You decentralize power once you already have a strong center that can decentralize the power. That's the experience in Germany, right? Among others. I mean, meron ka naman versions of federalism in Brazil, in Nigeria, in Iraq. Kamusta naman yung outcome, diba? Hindi naman magic yun I think, you have to give more autonomy, but at the same time, you also have to make sure may capacity yung mga local government units to stand on their own. Tignan mo yung mga revenues share natin. ang laki ng revenue contribution ng NCR. So NCR is actually revenue, yung revenues from NCR, some of that actually is spread across the country. Base dun sa ibang data na nakita natin. So if you wanna go federal, make sure yung mga ibang LGUs dyan, kaya nila mag-raise ng, taxes on their own. They can survive on their own. At saka, given na napaka-unequal yung country, tignan mo for instance, US, federal, di ba? Saan pumupunta yung mga big companies and all? Either Texas or California. They're not going to Kansas. They're not going to Dakota. So, wealth actually tends to get concentrated in the much more developed big states. So, whether it's New York, whether it's California, or Texas, right, to a certain degree. So, meron kang concentration nga eh. So, may federalism ka, but hindi actually nag-distribute yung levels of development. Just go to the US. Tingnan mo gaano ka diverse in a not so good way yung levels of development. So hindi magic bullet yung federalism. But honestly, I'm much more open dun sa parliamentary system. But then again, it's not a magic solution. But maybe we can move in the right direction. But important sa akin, ayusin yung political party system. Kasi yun ang related sa issue ng political dynasties. One reason na marami tayong puro mga celebrities lang sa politics at mga dynasties is because wala tayong totoong political parties. Right? And it's like a chicken and egg problem. Kung wala yung isa, mas maraming isa. Kung mas maraming isa, wala yung isa. So something has to be done about this. Something has to be done about this. Parang mali yata itong inunom ko. Hindi na yata fresh Sumakit yung acidic. Okay. Alright, let's try to end it up. Kasi hopefully we can have more conversations on this. Maraming nakabantay dyan ng mga friends natin. Yung mga angry emojis. Yes! Ay, medyo wala na sila. Ayan, tayo na lang. Ayan. Pahinga muna tayo dyan. So yun lang sasabihin ko. Ang akin lang naman, sana naman yung mga gumawa ng constitution natin, yung saligang batas natin, di ba, in 1997, hindi na hinintay ang kongreso na purong may trapo na mag-decide na magkaroon ng enabling law against trapo. Hindi mangyari yan. Dapat automatic na yan. Tapos meron din tayong sana anti-defection laws na hindi pwedeng magbalimbingan, party switching, butterfly effect na to the max. Dapat may punishment against that Pwede naman magkakaroon ng anti-defections laws. Yan, my friends po tayo from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia joining us. Kamusta po kayo dyan? Yung number 12 ni Lenny, mukhang hindi na yata si Neri Or unless Neri wants to do multiple guesting, no? Guesting dito sa channel ni Pacquiao, guesting dyan sa channel ni Robredo. Let's see. Galit naman si Trillanes sa kanila kasi ayon kay Trillanes, they supported Isko dun sa Wansambayan at 2016. Well, alam natin sinisupport nila. Alam na this. Okay. Reach bill versus create law. Prof, ano masabi sa FAT? Meron, this is politically incorrect, but may distinctions din of political dynasties. No? So some political dynasties, yung mga, let's just say, Uber dynasties, yung andyan yung mag-ama, mag-ina, magkapatid, ganon, yan, doon. Meron naman yung cousins nandun, pero not necessarily over-concentrated in one families. And studies show, no, Ronald Mendoza, former dean of Ateneo, and former AIM, and then a lot of other experts have done a lot of studies on this, very interestingly, that shows that the more na thick or Uber yung dynasties, no, hindi yung Uber taxi, yung Uber na too much, the more yung puro mag-ina, mag-ama, ganun, the more mataas yung corruption at saka yung poverty rates. Now, whether this is causation or correlation, at least the correlation is very strong. The correlation is very strong, yeah. But, there are always exceptions to the rule, no? There are some dynasties that hindi ganun kabakaw, right? Or yung second, third generation ay mas maayos sa first generation. So, but, di ba, sana naman yung democracy natin hindi dominated lang by sila na. In fact, this Senate is interesting because pwede magkaroon ng mag-ina. I think, meron ka ng Villar, di ba? The son is also running. So, pwede magkaroon ng mother and son. If Jojo Binay wants, then meron kang Nancy Binay. So, father and daughter. And then, if Cayetano wins, di ba? Andun din natin yung isang Cayetano. So, di ba? So, marami kang mga family pair na pwede magkaroon dyan sa Senate. So, Senate na nga lang yung medyo, alam mo na, di ba? Tapos ngayon, nagiging mukhang Congress na rin yung Senate. I mean, no offense, but I'm just saying, kamusta naman, di ba? Yun. Okay na, medyo mainit na. Tulog na ako. Actually, vice presidential balls, analyze pa natin yan. So far, Tito Soto, malakas talaga sa vice presidential. Lakas talaga ng Itbulaga factor. But let's see, if Bongo is gonna stay or President Duterte or Sara join, then it's gonna get very interesting fight. Yun nga eh. Kaya nga, hindi ako nagtaka na Poe didn't want to run for vice president. Or Pacquiao didn't want to run for vice president. Parang mas mahirap pa yata yung VP race eh. Tapos tingnan natin si Willie Ong, ano yung maging strategy niya dyan. Pero nga sana, I mean, for Isko kasi he needed someone to help him in Mindanao eh. So, yun nga eh. Yun lang yung concern ko. Ayan naman yung mga trollish. Alam mo, obvious naman fake yung account ng iba dyan. Di ba? Tingnan mo naman profile pa lang. Ano. Hindi naman lahat. Sinasabi yung iba dyan na nag-insulto, nag-troll. Tapos tingnan mo yung profile pic. Obvious naman, di ba? Sino naman nilokon dyan? Ayan na naman sila. Ayan, mga angry. Ay, sus. Ano? Tingin nyo, ano? Okay, alright. Ayan na, bumalik na sila. Bumalik na. Ayan na. Oo nga, naglolobat na yata ako dyan, may nagbebenta ng wireless charger dito. Gibo! Yun nga, actually, I need to get to know about yung situation with Gibo. Diba yung isang was Sara Duterte and Gibo, yun yung isang tandem. So, let's see. Let's see also the lakas side, ano yung mga plano nila. Hindi yung PDP laban lang. At saka si Bato. Diba? Yun lang. Yun. Uy, may nagre-react na naman dyan. Wala kaming we have zero tolerance for yung kayo dyan, rude kayo dyan. I'm sorry. Yun lang. Our page, rule of law rules. Okay? Okay. Alright. Siesta muna tayo konti. Galit sa galit. Totoo yan. Alright. Thank you very much, folks. Talk to you soon. God bless. Sige, maybe you can send also questions and all. Pwede natin balikan. Actually, there are many topics that I want to discuss. Medyo hindi lang sa politika natin. We can discuss other things. Gusto niya pag-usapan din natin ng UFC, mga ganun. Okay lang sa akin dyan. NBA, I don't know, magaling ako sa games, no? Alam ng cousins ko yan, magaling ako sa PS5, ganun. Ay, PS4. PS5, control lang meron ako dyan. Control lang yun, hindi. Wala akong console. Control lang na-afford ko. Mamaya na lang, ang mahal kasi ng PS5 eh. Tapos ang overpriced pa. Tapos ang dami pa natin trolls. Kaya yun. Buti pa yung mga trolls. Afford nila. Yan. Huwag tayong magkatawamin ng mga ganun dito. Okay? Okay, mabait tayo. Alright, maraming salamat po. God bless to our friends from the Holy Land, from the Middle East, Kitang Silangan, Europa, yung mga Amerika yata, tulog na yata. Yon, Richard the Braveheart. Yan ang dapat tawag niya. The Braveheart and the Kind. Yan, okay. Yan, so maraming salamat. Let's do more of this. Thanks dun sa mga FB Alive last night with us. Anong oras ba? 9 p.m., 8 p.m.? Thanks for staying with us. We did fine. And hopefully, we can discuss. On Senator Laila de Lima, I hope she will get the justice she deserves, which is, I hope they'll stop the whatever they cooked up, whatever. Diba? Kasi ilang years na siya nandyan, wala namang kaso or anything seriously about that. Diba? Puro mga ekik lang. But anyways, let's see. Hopefully maayos yun. Ma-redress yung mga issues na yan under the next President of the Republic of the Philippines. Yes. God bless po. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Yun nga eh. Tapos no, but let's talk about other things. No, huwag naman tayo mag-troll. Let's talk about other legit things. UFC, football, mga ganun. May mga UFC fans ba dyan? May mga dyan, UFC fans? Parang wala eh. Yan. Sige, maghanap tayo ng UFC fans din. Books. Online nyo na lang order sa Amazon. Meron na yung mga books natin dyan. Yung iba lang medyo mahal kasi Palgrave, ganun eh. Pero may mga mas murang version naman. Kaya please support. May Kindle naman na affordable. So please. Alright? Yon. Taiwan, China. Yes, pag-usapan natin. I'm actually working on a chapter on Taiwan. So I have to pin it down. 8,000 words pa lang. I have to push it all the way to 15,000 words. Once na matapos ko and I'll feel comfortable, we can talk about that. Yes, I was based in Taiwan actually in 2019. So I met their president, President Tsai. I met the previous president, President Ma. I met their top officials, their scholars. I was affiliated with National Chengchi University dun sa Taipei, Taiwan. Yeah, so we can discuss that. Very interesting issues. Ayan, mayroon tayong UFC fans. Yon, sino ba si Costa ba? Or nag-back out na ba si Costa? Parang daw, hindi siya makapag middleweight. Let's see. Alright, maraming salamat. Thank you very much. And by the way, we can have even more serious discussions. Political theory, political economy, international economics. Pero wag naman expect na classroom level ang gagawin natin dyan. Kaya nga FB Alive, diba? Crypto, medyo hindi ko alam eh. Ano yung parang may Shibaru na yung inaano ni Elon Musk na cryptocurrency, mga ganun. Sige, pag-usapan natin yan. Sa crypto kasi Messi is a nice guy, but Ronaldo has style, man. Ronaldo has style. As a player, as a person, I think Messi is a good person. I don't know about Ronaldo, but as a player, Ronaldo, man, he has won awards in so many different leagues, hindi lang sa Barcelona. So, in fairness to the guy. Vittori na lang kaysa Costa. At least si Vittori, disiplinado yung Costa na yan. Ewan ko dun. Kung tutuloy yan. Pero yung cryptocurrency, actually, hindi pa ako pumasok dyan kasi medyo complicated yung issue na yan. Justice Carpio, well, I think he wants to be rather kind of a elder statesman figure than a politician, at least for now. Let's see later on. Yeah. Showbiz! Ay, medyo di natin alam yung mga showbiz na yan eh. Alam mo naman tayo, hindi tayo ganyan, diba? Sige, next time, chismisan tayo ng showbiz. Okay? And then, yeah, West Philippine Sea, Taiwan, geopolitics, among others. But please, read our works, no? South China Morning Post, Nikkei Asia. At least, I think, kahit may paywall, may 3 kang free, diba? Pwede mong basahin. Yung AUKUS ko about Australia nuclear deal, I think, naka ilang thousand na yung share nun. So, okay yun. Medyo interesting yun. And then, I have a new one coming on President Duterte and China and US also soon. Na lalabas sa South China Morning Post. And then, check our articles around. I've written on all of this issue on Philippine Daily Inquiry, among others. Okay? Yan. Sige. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much. God bless.